Hey everybody, it's Edwardo here with your Saturday update. And yes, order has been restored. G24 is atop the charts, but Ring Balls right behind him, less than 20 points out. Our beloved mascot, the Brown Baby, has slipped to 8th. Sorry, Bob. Because her son is 7th, just ahead of her, the way everything should be. And look at the new girl, Parfait DM, Steph Lova, holding down 6th right now. Almost 30 points behind the rest of the pack. Usual suspects, Jaybird and G24 call sheets. Let's take a quick look, see what's going on. The perfect call sheet right now, Ted Lasso. Look at that. The optimal stack right here. 2 headliners, a co-star and a day player, holding it down. Talk about your glow-ups. All it needed to do was debut, and it shot from 77 points to 109. Just outstanding value. And I think I might have opined in the weekly preview on Monday that I might have mispriced Ted Lasso, considering how Apple TV Plus does stand for value or for quality. So all you Ted Lasso lovers out there, and I watched the first episode. It was alright. I'm gonna watch a few more, just see if it wins me over. I mean, it's got the homie Jason Sudeikis playing, a bit of a Southern fried doofus, but, he might have some people skills that makes him, the right man for the job. An American as an English football, as in soccer coach. So I'm gonna give it some more episodes, see how it goes. It's low-key charming, and apparently everyone else agrees. Only half hour too, so not a huge time commitment to plow through the 10 episodes. What else? Yeah, so G24 did it on the back of no Ted Lasso, however. So probably not going to be in contention for a perfect call sheet this week, but he spread the love around. He has an optimal stack of the Circus, headliner stacks of Sputnik, Infinity Train, and 5 bedrooms. Now, where did Ring Balls come up? Ring Balls came up, I believe, on the strength of Ted Lasso. There it is. He's got the optimal stack, which is good. He's got a headliner from Stranger. We know what those points are going to be. Those aren't going anywhere. Hard Knocks, headliner stack right here. Also, seemingly those points aren't going anywhere. They actually don't even have the 15th season listed, so we're having to fall back on the overall score. So you go to the episode guide. It's like, maybe they know something we don't. Maybe they know that this season isn't going to happen. A 3-pack here for 5 bedrooms, which also improved its score between Thursday and today. And then, so he's still 19 points back. He's probably going to need some help from Hard Knocks or somebody to close that gap. And Jaybird trailing by 30, almost 30-something points. And not in contention for the low ball either. Could this break Jaybird's, I think, 5-week cash streak? About time, damn it. Get Canada out the house. Yeah, let's see what's going on with Steph's Parfait DM. We belatedly, no Steph erasure here, we belatedly covered her call sheet at the end of the last pod, and her spray and pray, seven titles sampled here. Looks like it's working out for a little bit. Not enough to make the money, but a strong second week showing by Little Stevie, aka Steph, aka Parfait DM. Now, what do I got to do to close the gap? I am, oh wow, that's less than a point behind, quote unquote, the new girl. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I also had 5. I had exposure to 5 titles. Myself, headliner stack from the circus. Only was able to afford a co-star from Ted Lasso. Represent finally got on the board with a score. We need some more help here. 3-pack here. An unusual headliner and a day player stack from Represent. Sampled Project Power. I mean, it's not so far quite living up to its salary. Maybe for a headliner, it's just okay, but we wish for hope. We wish for at least a 90 out of that. And Hard Knocks just chugging along. And Boys State. Let's talk about Boys State for a second, because I love this film. I watched it last night. And once again, I mean, look at this. Once again, Apple TV Plus, 110, 109. Apple TV Plus curation is just unmatched. I mean, they may not have the quantity of Netflix, but they definitely have quality over Netflix. This movie was great. And I'll tell you why it was great. It was both enlightening, heartening, and frightening as far as the state of our not only current day politics but our future politics. So they basically get 1,000 boys every year in Austin, the capital of Texas, and they form like a provisional mini Texas government, and everyone's allowed to run for these different offices, everything from like press captain and county sheriff up to governor of the state of Texas. And I think they take over too the state capitol in Austin while the Texas state legislature is out on recess. Anyways, Steven Garza, this young man right here, Latino kid from Houston. There we go, from Houston. Probably as quietly liberal as a guy you're gonna see. It's mostly a lot of conservatives, a lot of conservative young boys, all 17 years old, who go to this thing. And some of the previous, they show you in the intro and the intro credits, some of the previous attendants of Boys State have been people like everyone from William Jefferson Clinton down to Rush Limbaugh. Anyways, it's compelling because they focus on a handful of boys. Steven's one of them. His counterpart, which you see in like the trailer still here. There he goes, Robert McCullough. Couldn't be more polar opposites in their approach to politics. Both are quietly charismatic in their own ways. It's just fascinating. It really is a really good show. Sorry, movie. And I mean, and actually, yeah, let me rate this. It's outstanding. I mean, you really do pull for these guys. You see both how they've learned from watching politics today and how it's trickled down into the way they exact their politics. This guy named Ben Feinstein for Freedom. Don't even get me started on this guy. Anyways, there's a lot of conservative politics in play, but also the interaction of conservatives with liberal politics and basically just the art of making a deal, the art of winning influence and winning over people, even when they probably don't ideologically believe anything at all what you believe. I thought it was fascinating. I love Steven. Steven Garza was just a great entrant into Boys State, especially with the soft power of his rhetoric and the nimbleness he had to think on his feet as a politician, to adapt to changing circumstances and to always try to see the best of other people. I mean, it might leave you with tears in your eyes. It really was, great to see. So, Boys State, I can't recommend it highly enough. And so I'm not surprised it's doing what it's doing right here. And I'm gonna need some help from Boys State, but yeah, what you really can't at this point. The data is in. Apple TV Plus is just that dude. All right. I mean, it should not surprise us that 110.70 came out from Apple TV Plus, and while I properly evaluated Boys State as far as salary goes, I will not make the same mistake in the future of underestimating an Apple TV Plus comedy. I mean, hell, we had Trying on here maybe 3 months ago, and I loved Trying. Trying was excellent, an Apple TV Plus British comedy. So yeah, look out for that. Also, for those of you who are looking out for where'd it go? The one and only Ivan. I've got bad news for you. Looks like they hoodwinked us, even though it did get a Google user score because I guess somehow it was released in France earlier somewhere. Looks like they pushed it back to August 21st at the last second, probably after our game started. So don't expect any real number movement here unless France, of course, weighs in on IMDb. Let's see, what else? Oh, so the battle for the low ball perfect call sheet looks a little bit like this. A heaping helping of endless. It's below default score. That's to be expected. Wedding every weekend has yet to debut. So the default score here is to be expected. And for salary purposes, exposure to Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country totally makes sense. 728 would be your perfect low ball. And ring balls honing in, only 8 points away. Oh man, he's got the right idea. Only he's got the requisite 6-pack of endless. He's got a Lovecraft Country day player, and Valley of the Gods is the only differential. So maybe he's counting on the Hallmark stance to come through. What will it take for him to close that gap? Wedding every weekend. Probably wouldn't take much. 6.5 maybe. Yeah, 6.5 might mess that up and make that, let's see. Oh yeah, it wouldn't be reflected here. Anyways, yeah, so basically he needs some sort of score, any kind of above default score for ring balls to be in contention for tying the low ball call sheet and winning, and then additional $25 on top of the $10 low ball bonus. I've got my work cut out for me. I don't think it's going to happen for me to get the $10 and roll it over to next week. I do have exposure to Valley of the Gods. I don't have enough endless. And I've got double up on Lovecraft Country, which now seems to be a bit of a bust on the high ball side. And on the low ball side, it's just mediocre. All right, so checking in with the brown baby real quick. Our mascot. How'd she fall to 8th? Well, possibly not enough headliners. I still like the circus headliner optimal stack here. Exposure Stranger is good. It's not going anywhere, but she needs help. 3%. Help her out. Otherwise, this is a very solid call sheet. It's just some people are solider. What can I tell you? And looking at this, let's take a look at Henner YYZ's call sheet real quick. I think he's aiming for a low ball call sheet. And while you got the salary right, Henry, you did not quite get enough day players. So what you want to do with a low ball call sheet, you generally only want, and you have 2 headliners. You only want 1 headliner, 1 co-star, and aim for all day players. The reason why is because built into your co-star is an automatic 20% bonus. So if you're just getting the raw basic score here, your average day player basic score, even if it's high, is generally going to be lower than any kind of co-star score. So next time you go out for this Henner YYZ and you want to aim for a low ball call sheet, 1 headliner, 1 co-star, find the rest day players. It's just the math of it all. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for this week. Anything else interesting? The Roan, what you got cooking over here? Oh, the Roan 2. Got 100 points off the pace. Optimal stack of Hard Knocks, solid, and then it's a bit of a potpourri. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So another 7. So another 7 title call sheet here. What is it? Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Bryn Bird, Duna Bay, Stephen Manas. Yeah, it's just too diversified, I think, to help you out here. The Great Heist did okay. You probably needed more Ted Lasso in your life, as did we all. But a valiant effort. Thanks for playing. I know you're a working man. But so is Ringballs, who's back in action, back in contention. Let's see how it all shakes out. We'll be back here on Monday, sometime after 12 p.m. Pacific time, when the game ends, with your final scores and your talent pool preview for next week. Thanks for the data, everyone. Thanks for playing. I swear we are getting closer. Only a few more weeks now before we are clicking buttons instead of copying, pasting. Thanks for your patience, everybody. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you all on Monday.